All right, here we are, middle of the weekend. If you recall, we started Friday night yesterday, 24 hours ago. Showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. Here we are in the mid-weekend. Many of us experienced the rain showers this morning. Many of us experienced the rain showers Saturday afternoon. Many of us will continue into the overnight hours of Sunday even. In other words, banner number one, storms remain in the forecast this weekend. Now, there will be some subtle changes on Sunday. I'll talk about the pattern shift. But it's likely you may not even notice it. Some of us will have a downturn in storm coverage Sunday afternoon. That's tomorrow. Others of us will not. But getting into next week, this new pattern shift, I think, will make a difference, especially where you're located in the western slope. We still continue with these lower temperatures, falling below the averages for this time of the year. But if you're looking for a return to the average upper 80s, near 90-degree readings, the middle of next week is going to be the spot for you. And even though we get into next week, we're still going to maintain that scattered storm outlook. And that focus, as you know, will be in the mountain zones. That'll be the genesis site. We'll use the lifting mechanism of the mountain zones. We'll also use the sun and the heat and trapped moisture in the atmosphere to bubble up these storms. Again, mountain zones first. We may get, if there's not an anticipation of a whole lot of drift over the valleys in the afternoons of the middle of next week, but if a storm does pop up over a mountain, a mesa, or a plateau near an area, a populous area, then yeah, you have that chance. That's that risk of 20 to maybe even 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. So the flooding concerns left over from last night will remain throughout the day on Saturday. We do have I want to point this out, we do have a high pressure system building off the west coast. Now this will be the influencer for most of next week, but with all these storms and all the flooding concerns driving from south to north, courtesy of that monsoon tap, most of which coming from the Gulf of Mexico, but to a lesser extent, we have the northern Mexican mountains and we have a little bit of moisture transporting in from the eastern Pacific, the Baja region. But again, some of the heavier showers and thunderstorms like Friday, like today, and like tomorrow, are just south of us in the land of entrapment. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I meant the land of enchantment. But that's where the storms are stuck right now, and they're going to migrate a little bit over into the panhandle of Texas and Oklahoma, but we still will keep showers even into the Saturday night period. But I think we're expecting a downturn in activity once the sun goes down around 8 p.m., and then back into Sunday, we see that flooding shift a little bit east, but not by much. We also see that high pressure system off the east coast, or I should say the west coast, otherwise known as the Eastern Pacific, is what I really wanted to say. That high pressure system is going to slowly influence, starting to put a little dry air into the California, the Nevada, even portions of southwestern Arizona. By any stretch of the imagination, this is not a big influence for us. We should still continue to get these showers and storms in the mountain zones for tomorrow. But this high pressure system exerts its grip a little bit further east on Monday, a little bit further east on Tuesday and Wednesday. So that does introduce drier conditions into the forecast area. I think the more beneficial zones will be north of Delta for that period of the week. That's where the dry air will come in off the top of that ridge. Now the zones around the Four Corners region, the San Juans, that also includes Montrose County, I think they'll still hang on, and Gunnison County, and Pitkin County. I think these locations, being higher in elevation and further to the south, they'll hang on to those storm chances for most of the afternoons of the upcoming week. Now, the extended forecast. Again, we keep showers and thunderstorms in the pattern for Sunday. We do experience a temperature increase. There's that midweek rise in temperatures. Average high for Grand Junction's low 90s. You can see by Wednesday, we should be striking the mid 90-degree reading. Again, these are not record-setting temperatures, but they are going to be warmer than the average. You might even argue hot if you're out working, laboring, doing some chores, maybe around the farm or the orchard. You're going to be sweating because we still will have high humidity levels in the atmosphere. That'll lend itself to those showers and thunderstorms in those mountain communities I mentioned, Montrose, Gunnison, Pitkin counties. So yeah, expect for those locations, we'll keep those storms popping. And even for Grand Junction, even for Mesa County, folks, we still will see some of those storms bubbling up over the Uncompahgre, bubbling up over the Grand Mesa, even the Roan and the Book Cliffs. Any day of next week, we could be susceptible to storms moving through. As a result, we also will maintain those gusty wind speeds directly related to those aforementioned storms.